Hey guys, what's good? How you guys doing? Welcome again to Plus Life News. Promise back in this to you guys all the happenings in the world of music in no time. Anyways, my name is Dakis plus DARKI, then you know WE. Like I said, welcome again to Plus Life. Guys are enjoying your holiday. If you are, please come to the comment section and let us know how you are enjoying that one. By the way, thank you for doing what you do. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. And trust us, we will never, ever take you guys for granted. Straight up to the news today, we'll begin our news with Burna Boy. So, Burna Boy from my hand featuring Ed Sheeran. The video just surpassed 120 million views on YouTube, and that's a massive one for Burna Boy. Burna Boy's project for the Love That Many album has been going so far. Last is doing good numbers. Common Person doing good numbers, and at this time, for my hand with Ed Sheeran has just joined the league of 120 million views on YouTube, and an amazing one for him so far. Moving on, so Burna Boy, I told them, reclaimed the number one spot on Nigeria Apple Music Top Album. At the time, last week, we saw Mohbad occupying number one with the Blessed EP at the time, and back and forth. All of these stories regarding his death made the project did good at the time, and it was at the time number one, dethroning Burna Boy from number one. And this time, Burna Boy has showed resilience, showed courage, to be back again as number one. But at the same time, Mohbad is still doing good because he is currently on number two. Moving on, we saw City Boys end its second biggest streaming day on Spotify yesterday with over 951,000 streams gained. That's about 49,000 shy of 1 million streams on Spotify. An amazing one for Burna Boy. So far, this guy has been packing numbers for the song City Boys. We saw I told them album for the first month streams, excluding Apple Music so far. The project has amassed about 308.5 million streams so far, inclusive of Spotify, AudioMac, YouTube, Boomplay, Pandora, and YouTube Music. About 6 DSPs, making it a total of 308.5 million streams, excluding Apple Music. We have Spotify as 134 million, AudioMac as 80 million, YouTube as 60 million, Boomplay at 29 million, Pandora at 6 million, then YouTube Music as 4.5 million. Burna Boy tested our proven trusted pick at one on the Antigua and Barbuda Apple Music Top Song. The song has now reached number one on Apple Music in 13 countries. At the same time, we saw Burna Boy announcing 16 dates for his 2023-2024. I told them North American tour. The tour is beginning with North American tour. It ought to begin in South Africa, but then he has postponed, even cancelled that. But then they are officially beginning with the North American tour. 12 cities in the USA and then 4 cities in Canada, making it 16 cities. And it's going to be in places like the BMO Stadium, the Climate Pledge Arena, the Rogers Arena, Rogers Palace, Ball Arena, Toyota Center in Houston, Moody Center in Austin, Target Center in Minneapolis, Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Cotia Bank Arena in Toronto, Bell Center in Montreal, Freedom Mortgage Pavilion at Camden, TD Garden at Boston, Capital One Arena, Washington, and obviously the SFA State Farm Arena at in Atlanta at the time. And we can't wait to see what this guy want to do for this store. Recall that for this store, the least capacity is 10,000 capacity, and that's for the Wintrust Arena, and then the largest about 20, 22, 23, 24,000 capacity. I think we have about 10, 27,000 capacity on this arena, about 10 of them, while the rest are in between 15, 16, 19, 18. It just shows that Burna Boy really has hacked this thing and is not going back anytime soon. Moving on, we have Mohbad as the next guy on the news. We saw the House of Rep coming forth yesterday to move a motion that protects all artists and their lyrics with their royalties from label owners. And we saw the note saying the House of Representatives has invited the Nigerian Copyright Commission (NCC) to develop ways to protect the rights of late Ilerioluwa Aloba, also known as Mohbad, Mohbad's song and lyrics. The move was made following the adoption of a motion by Representative Babajimi Benson, APC Lagos, at the resumed plenary in Abuja on Tuesday, 26th of September. Moving the motion, Benson said that Mohbad tragically passed away under mysterious circumstances on Tuesday, September 12th, and his name has continued to make headlines and dominate discussions across and beyond the nation.
He said there has been protests and procession of youth chanting his name and the call for an investigation as they marched to a tribute concert with numerous musicians in attendance. The rep said it was evident that Mohbad fans were struggling to come to terms with his untimely demise, adding that Mohbad, also known as the Mole, Light in Yoruba, was an artist who sang of peace and light. He further said Mohbad left his record label, Malian Record, owned by Aziz Fashola Naira in 2022, citing various grievances, including unpaid royalties. This issue is indicative of a broader problem in which artists encounter challenges asserting their rights. Most of the proceeds of the late artists are still going to the Malian Music Group, and there have been no moves from any agency to protect the estate of the singer, who is currently the 46th best-selling digital artist in the world, he said. A disturbing industry practice has come to the fore. Evidence of mistreatment highlights the struggles of young artists who, in their quest for success, become entangled in parasitic contracts and face bullying when they seek to exceed this agreement, he said. Consequently, the House resolved that the NCC must put measures in place immediately to prot all of that. At the same time, we saw Naira yesterday coming forth with a big statement, and then for Naira is coming out to defend himself as against the allegation that be set against him by public, saying he masterminded the death of Mohbad. He came out to say, in the last few days, there have been a lot of onslaught on my personal reputation globally over the death of my former signing. All manner of stories have been woven against me in respect of his untimely death. I have not only been in shock over the death of the deceased, whom I consider to be my brother and member of our music family, but other but over the various lies spreads and threats against me. Before I progress further, let me say that it is traumatic for a lot of people to get the reality of Hilary's death. So it is to me. May his gentle soul continue to rest in peace, and may God grant his family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Permit me to categorically state that I have no hand in the death of Ilerioluwa, either directly or indirectly. It is not unusual in industry, just like in several other industries, to have family frictions, even among blood relatives. Truly, we had our own share of misunderstanding while working together, but the disagreement between us was never to the extent being painted by some islands. It's never degenerated to the extent of wishing each other death. Even at that, we were resolving our business disputes legally before he had passed away. I had chosen not to say anything. I had chosen not to say anything since due to being distraught over his death and in order not to jeopardize the investigation and being carried out by the government agencies. In addition, I've been out of the country since 31st of August 2023 and I'm yet to return in the light of the police invitation. I am making arrangements to return to the country to assist the investigation and give my version of the event. I am fully cooperating with the police team, and I certainly have no reason to be fugitive when I have no hand in his death. I am certain that the culprits behind his death and has a vendetta against me and are fueling public opinions to have me lynched for no reason known to them. In due time, the circumstances surrounding Mohbad's death will be unveiled and the world will know the truth. This kind of scenario attempting to set someone up is not novel in the industry, as other great musicians have experienced the same and came out better and stronger. Mine will not be an exception, as I am innocent of the accusations. Mohbad left the label in September 2022 and the label accepted his departure. Malian Music did not stop or interfere with his career or releases since, and he has been sorry, Marley music did not stop or interfere with his career releases since and he has been with 1 RPM. Legal efforts have been made to reconcile his concerns regarding the work we had done together. The rumors regarding the label being a drug cartel are untrue. I am not a drug lord, neither do I, Marley, belong to any cult or fraternity. I am dedicated to proving my innocence and I am cooperating with the authorities to clear my name with sufficient evidence. Malian Music is an independent label run by a small, intimate team. We run a legitimate label that focuses on championing exceptional talent, breaking new acts, and nurturing them. I would like to clearly state that I have never fought or attacked Mohbad. For the avoidance of doubt, I have never instructed anyone, friend, known associates or fans to attack, bully, or harass Mohbad. With regards to the talents of the label, none of our artists ever fought or mistreated Mohbad. I share my deepest condolences with the family. Let's be mindful as we seek justice to focus on supporting the police and authorities with relevant information and evidence surrounding his death so that those responsible will be apprehended. I am positive that at the end of the day, the truth will prevail and I shall be exonerated. My lawyers are already in touch with the police and government agencies and will support in every way necessary. Without a doubt, I will honor his memory and I promise to do right by him and the family. Thank you. Bye, Naira Marley. Nigerians saw this and people felt like, you know what, just come down and attend to the police force. But regardless, this is a statement he has made to clear his name of all allegations. Moving on, we saw K1 The Ultimate paid tribute to late Mohbad at the time, and while performing, he actually had to call his name out and paid tribute to Mohbad while performing. Moving on, we have Davido as the next guy on the news. We saw Davido yesterday performed at the Capital Extra Upfront Live with Lucas Zero at the time at Coco London, where he gave them an amazing one. We saw Davido with Minister of Peace, the Diamond Christed chain, which actually shows that this guy really invests so much in chains and accessories so far. Davido really finally got to the stage yesterday and obviously gave them a moment of their life with songs like Feel Unavailable, Fire Fire, Fall, and amazing jam that will make people reminisce and go back to why they initially loved Davido. We saw where surprisingly he actually went to the Coco London with his friend known as Pokoli. They took Pokoli on stage and we saw Pokoli tuning the audience with his popular dance step and the unavailable thingy at the time. So far, that has made Unavailable actually a bit further to 84 million stream on Spotify as we speak. And that's a massive one to Davido. In no time, we should be close to 100 million streams. Moving on, we have Benson as the next guy. We saw Benson speaking with Kimopra where he came out to say Burna Boy inspired him because the day he met Burna Boy signed him that day, knowing all of that. And it felt like that was one of the biggest moments of his career that he met legend. He met a legend rather, and then he was signed by that same legend the same day he met him. That's a big one. And he came out to say that was one moment he would never forget. At the same time, he also came out to say to give differences between being an independent artist and being a signed artist. And then he said he prefers to forever be an independent artist because having to have labels, all of that, comes with different fractions and dramas. But he said being independent means you release song at your own time, at your own pace, and that's whatever you want to do it. And he says he prefers to be an independent artist. But amidst all of this, we'll see reports of how he is signed to a foreign label and all of that. The big question is Benson independent or is he signed to a bigger label? Come to the comment section. Let me see your thoughts there. Let me see what you think about Benson and being signed. And trust me, I'll read them and give replies to all of them. My name is Daki. We'll catch you guys at the very next one. Please enjoy your holiday.